For the purposes of this demo, I will take on the role of Rosie, who works in analytics. Rosie comes into Axon to receive tasks within her analytics project team, as well as finding it a good place to understand and contextualize data. This is why she has these dashboards in view. One is related to retail in general, an overview from corporate that has been shared with her. The next is configured to focus on analytics, a key place where Rosie and her colleagues keep an eye on the best available data. Finally, there is her own personal dashboard, which is scoped to show her actions and interests. Her open task widget is showing that she has an overdue task, so she'd better investigate. By clicking into this task, Rosie can see that her project manager has nominated her as taking on this duty to find the best available customer data. Rosie knows she has a widget saved of the published customer datasets, so she returns to her dashboard to view it. By clicking into this widget, Rosie is isolating the relevant datasets and will only see the ones that have been published and contain customer data. She can then choose to see a scoped map of these to make her decision by clicking into Maps. She can even expand this map to make sure she will be able to see all of the relevant detail on one screen. Rosie should consider how this map has been scoped. The orange icons represent the systems with the published datasets that she was seeking, so she will ignore the black ones for her purposes. By adding the attributes overlay and the physical fields addition, Rosie can begin to get an idea of what data these systems contain and begin to think about what would be most useful. She will also immediately rule out the Tableau report, as aside from having limited data, it also does not link to the underlying physical fields via EDC, so may be more difficult to gain access to. The data quality check shows that there are no rules on the till system at the start, so she would like to bypass this as well. Also, it looks like it has incomplete data as opposed to MDM. Finally, Rosie adds the privacy overlay to ensure she understands the protections around this data. MDM does have protections in place, but she should still be able to use the data for analytics in an anonymized manner. Rosie has made her decision. Based on this context, she will request access to the MDM customer data. To do just that, Rosie will move into the marketplace area so that she can locate this data and request access to it through the official governed route. She knows the dataset is in retail customer MDM, so narrows down her search to focus on this system. Once she has located the data collection in question, she can click into it to understand more about what she will be receiving and do some additional checks before requesting the data. One of the things she wants to check is the data quality. It looks good in general, but there is an issue with the transaction ID. As this is not direct customer data that she needs, Rosie doesn't worry about this for her purposes. Next, Rosie will check the delivery options to make sure that she can have a copy made of the data and provisioned to her via EDC so that she can manipulate it as she wishes. Her final check is on the policies. They seem to be as she expected, as she's dealing with personal data, so she has no concerns in agreeing to them. Rosie is now happy to check this data out, kicking off the process of it being provisioned to her. Rosie is happy to justify her request, as she knows this project has the company's attention right now. She also expresses her preference for EDC provisioning, and requests this in the comments box as well to make sure. Rosie agrees to the terms of use related to handling personal data and anonymizing where necessary. These are standard requests since GDPR and CCPA, and she is used to entering into this kind of data sharing agreement. Rosie then submits her order, happy that she has kicked off this relevant task and it will soon be picked up by the appropriate owners to action. She can keep track of its status in the My Orders section of Marketplace, and will do so until she is updated and can get to work on her customer analytics project.